All right. Hello and welcome to Jason May Draw tonight. Tonight is a special episode. It's going to be a weird episode. It's our 19th episode, which is crazy, which means next week is going to be our 20th episode. But anyway, tonight's crazy and weird because I am alone tonight on Jason May Draw. So I'm going to need you guys to talk to me a lot. I will try to read it a lot. Chris usually reads everything for me. Why is Chris not here? Chris is in Connecticut where we had some tropical storm action, and he is without power right now. So, we're all going to have to do this together without him. I don't know what I'm going to do without his beautiful face over there. It's going to be awful, but we'll get through it together. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment on my tan, Ryan. It is, it's getting very dark. Working on it hard. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But we are going to move not to split screen, but to the Jason close-up all night long. Well, at least for an hour. And we'll do some drawing. Boom! I did hook you guys up with a little bit of Chris' beautiful portrait action. I hope you enjoy that. It is the Chris nickel. Also, I keep him up here too to remind me, but that's always here. So, for those of you who don't know who the Chris nickel is, the Chris nickel pops out of the pipe, which is above me right here. If you donate in the description over there or over there, it's on YouTube, you can click that link. You can toss some cash our way if you so choose, and I just found my drawing glove. Oh, so I'm tired. This is weird tonight, not having him to talk. Hey, there's Chris. Look at him. He's giving us a little chat action. Oh, let me see if I can lift up Chris's head because it's covering up the chat. Boop. There you go. All right. So I see John. I see Albert. I see Ryan tonight. Thank you, Chris, for stopping by and chatting, because this should be interesting. I'm going to have to get creative with the doubler tonight. For those of you who don't know what the doubler is, it is when we draw on our screens and make each other finish it off. Well, that can't happen tonight. You can check it out in the previous episode if you haven't seen them yet. There's a whole playlist on my YouTube channel. So, before I do the doubler, which won't really be a doubler, but it'll be something, I'm going to announce the theme of the week. And oddly enough, my headphones aren't working this week either, so this is very interesting. I don't really know why I have them on. I guess just for the heck of it. Start one and you'll finish it next week. All right, I will do that, but I'll also do something else just so that people have time to think about the theme of the week, which we're going to do right now. Some of you have seen this suggested already on Facebook, and you might be super excited, and you think to yourself, I know what it is. It is this. Let's check it out. And make sure you dance.
Theme of the week.
All right, so this week's theme of the week is brought to you by Jason Smith. He is a comic book colorist that I know, and we've worked together before. Cool dude. Hats. We're gonna do hats this week. Do whatever you want with it. Something can wear the hat. It doesn't have to be worn by somebody. It could be, I don't know. I don't know, you tell me what it could be. Chris can suggest this week. He is in the comments as well. Hello, Joe. Welcome. Like a guy with a stack of different hats on him. Oh, gonna make me draw a lot, Albert. So, while we think about that, let's head back to, boom, Jason close-up. So, my plan was, rather than do the doubler, oh, look at all that stuff shooting out of the pipe. Before I do the doubler, not before I do the doubler, rather than doing the doubler, I thought about doing some random shapes and turning them into different things. But, just for the heck of it, I'm going to draw a quick doubler for Chris this week, even though I think, did I start it last week? No, I finished. I think last week was pretty weird. Anyway, go check out episode 18 if you want to check it out. Maybe I'll put a link right there. later. All right, we'll draw a quick doubler. Chris can finish it next week. Let me think here. All right. This should be weird. Anyway, while I draw this, you guys should be suggesting ideas for hats. I want this guy to be kind of weird looking. I guess when don't I want my drawings to be a little weird looking? And I think he's gonna have some weird hair. Give him bushy eyebrows. Super weird hair. Peek, see what people are suggesting. Sombrero. I like that direction. I like the direction of sombrero. Does anybody want to extrapolate on sombrero? So I had a long day today at the beach. For those of you who do not know, I have been lifeguarding this summer to help pay my bills while I draw what I feel like drawing rather than working for people. I still do some freelance drawing for people, but I am trying to concentrate on a few books right now. One that I'm working on with Franco, if you guys know Franco from the comic industry. I'm hoping that will get done relatively soon. And I have a book which actually started out as webcomic, Robotic Madness, which I believe the first 40 or so pages are still on jimmycakes.com. I actually have a lot of that finished and have yet to get it all together and publish it, but I am working on that as well. And there is another book which I will discuss next week on our 20th episode that I finished issue 1 of. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. I feel like Bob Ross right now for some reason. I think it's because Chris isn't here. So I don't know who this guy is, but he's launching something in the next screen. So tonight's theme is hats. We've got sombrero. Oh, bowler hats. Sombrero. The dude from the Avengers. You keep losing the stream, John Doll. Is anybody else losing the stream? I hope not. Well, that's why we do the doubler. So that people have time to suggest and speak. So, this dude's got a rocket launcher. But Chris can decide what's launching out of it next week. He's gonna have a whole week to think about it. So I'm gonna save this for Chris. Let's see, save as. Save it as a JPEG. Let's see, episode 20 doubler. Boop. All right, so I have that. I can just toss that right up on the screen next week. I don't know if we'll do that in addition. A piñata wearing a sombrero. Okay, a piñata. I like that. What kind of piñata? Maybe some people have some ideas on that. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to think about it while I do a little something else. So we've got an idea, a piñata with a sombrero. What kind of piñata? Is there anything special about the sombrero? Or it's just a plain old sombrero? Donkey piñata. Ah, come on, that's a little cliche. Gotta go further than a donkey piñata. Piñata? I say pinata. This is definitely a Bob Ross type of feeling tonight. Having to just talk to you guys. It's cool, but I miss Chris. Usually I get to actually just like say stuff to him. And starting the week before last, he actually could hear me, which was nice. We had some issues with audio, figuring out this whole streaming thing. So I drew a couple shapes here. Bree might like this. John Dahl, Bree might like this. This is a fun little activity to do if you like to draw. Just throw down some shapes and then figure out what you're drawing from the shapes. While I'm filling these in, if you think one of these blobs looks like something, let me know and I'll try to make it into it. It's kind of like looking at clouds and saying, hey, that cloud looks like a pig. Or that cloud looks like a dragon. So, pinata, currently just a donkey. We might end up with just donkey, but if somebody chimes in with something else, that would be cool. This looked like a guy with a big nose to me. Actually, it is now looking kind of Furbish. If you guys watch Phineas and Ferb. I don't remember what kind of hair he has. I think he just has a tuft in the front. That was accidental. An alien pinata wearing a sombrero. All right, I like that direction, Joe. Thank you. Anybody else like to chime in? Go for it. You guys know that you have complete control for the most part, and then I get to go from there. What does this one look like? I have no idea. That's a little simple, but somebody must see something there. This one looks weird. I think I see a face in this one too. Let's do different eyes. Oh, this guy's kind of glaring. This is actually what John Dahl looks like. Those of you who've never seen him in real life. It's a spitting image. And he's got a really weird long neck like this as well. Maybe they're all gonna be faces. You like Joe's suggestion? I like Joe's suggestion too, John. Thank you, Joe. This one might be a spaceship. And then we'll get started on our alien sombrero. If there's anything you guys would like to add to the alien pinata wearing a sombrero, let me know. Ta-da-ta-ta-da. I don't know if this is legal. I don't like that. We'll get rid of that. You don't always have glasses, John. Maybe not that you're old, you do. I'll give you glasses. Is that why you're squinting? So you don't have your glasses on? I think Bree will agree. This looks just like you. You definitely have freckles too, I think. Not gonna lie, I'm making it up. An alien wearing glasses and a sombrero. Alright. Alright, I got this one last thing to do. I'm gonna do it, even though I should get to the drawing. I'm gonna do it anyway. Honestly, this just looks like a loaf of bread to me. So I can't hear the usual music in my ears tonight like I usually do. Usually I hear that samba sound. Hopefully you guys do. I did not charge my headphones this week. What can you do? Alright. So let's hide these guys. We are drawing an alien pinata, which sounds like it's going to be difficult. And it's going to be wearing a sombrero. A regular sombrero at the moment, unless you guys change that. So we'll start sketching it out. Sombreros always make me think of the Three Amigos. Or Speedy Gonzales. It's also a good time. Does anybody own a sombrero? I do not. So are we going with like a gray alien? I think we figured out how our streaming issue, what our streaming. Oh, yeah. Call of Duty updating will bog down your streaming ability. Everyone keep that in mind. If you're watching Jason May Draw Clubhouse, do not update Call of Duty while you're streaming. So, my immediate thought is a gray alien. Let's see here. And he would kind of just be like, you have a tiny body. Yes. Let's get rid of some of his neck. This is making me think of those things that Zach collects. Voice to text makes you sound insane? Yes. Yes, it does. It makes us all sound insane. Most of the time. Good portion of the time. Alright, do we like the direction of this? Let me know what you think. Funko Pops, that's what Zach collects. Big head, tiny body. That's what this is making me think of right now. I feel like we should do something else with this guy. What though? Sombrero. I'm gonna look up sombrero real quick, just for some. Oh no, did I just lose my stylus? No. I did. It fell down a hole that I have next to my desk. Oh, first a power outage and now this. Hold on 1 second. That was horrible. I have this big thing here covering up my router. And it has a hole in it that my stylus could fall down. Alright. 70% of alien encounters in the US are with grays. Is that an actual statistic, John Dahl? Does that happen in Kansas? What that happened in New Mexico? Oh, Ryan said that. Alright. Going in. I'm not going to lose this time when I look up. Wikipedia says so. Are you investigating that right now? Oh, there's so many kinds of sombreros. They're wonderful. Might get a little Three Amigo-y. Guys might want to start throwing out color ideas as well. I say that now because we, or you, will need to catch up to the lag. Alright, so he's got a straight up sombrero. But then we have an alien that is a piñata. The sombrero is not a piñata. These lines will just give me an idea of the curvature, because I will be adding some bits and pieces and lines here and there to give us the idea of, I don't know, what is that, tissue paper that they use? I'm going to reflect this real quick. See how it looks from the other direction. It's funny, we started with hats and we ended up with a piñata. But that's how this show works. I would say I have a plethora of piñatas. No, actually I only have one. Well, I don't own any, but I have one on my screen. I do need to watch that movie sometime soon, The Three Amigos. We are not sponsored by The Three Amigos, however. If The Three Amigos would like to sponsor us, please feel free to. A friend of mine, Pug Grumble, if you follow Fairlin the Goblin on Instagram, he drew The Three Amigos a couple months back, and Chevy Chase actually liked his post, which was pretty cool. At least I think so. Alright, let's kick this down and start inking. Yeah, actually, my buddy Pug Grumble sent me a care package this week. He's the author of Farland the Goblin, like I just said. So my buddies Franco and Art Balthazar used to have some old books, and he sent me these. I have all the Cray-Babies and stuff, or a lot of them. And these Weirdsville ones, these are old school. These are from the late 90s. My buddies made these, but I've never seen this one, Nippy Wallabush. Wallabush? I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to Franco when I talk to him this week. But these are pretty cool. Anyway, these came in the mail this week from my friend, and that was pretty cool because I love this stuff. All right. You know what else? Last weekend, if any of you are watching, that we're going to go to Plastic City Comic-Con. It was canceled this year for obvious reasons. But I was very sad not to be able to head to Plastic City. Chris, I believe, was going to go too. Our friend Keith puts that on. Great guy. Always puts on a great show. It's a nice local town type of show where you go and you meet artists face to face, and it's real small, and it's nice because it's rooted in comics more so than movies and things like that. So if you like comics and you want to meet the artists, it's a fun show to go to. I want to say it was the 3rd or the 4th year this year. I always get to catch up with a lot of friends there. Joe Caramagna goes. He's a good friend of mine. My buddy Andrew Edge. It was a great time all around. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about this week. I wanted to talk about Animal Crossing, but Chris is not here. I've been playing some Animal Crossing with Chris. Had my birthday last week. Picked up a Twitch. I always call it a Twitch. We picked up a Switch. I believe we also played Dungeons and Dragons again this weekend, which was a good time. My buddy Jeff, the Dungeon Master. It's always fun to talk to and listen to. Zach's having internet issues too. Is it your new house, Zach? Giving you a hard time? Bree has Animal Crossing. Nice. You should know more about it, John Dahl. It is an amazing game. It's a good time. Here are some bits and pieces. I'm probably adding a little bit more detail than I want to, but I'm sure when I'm done you guys will enjoy it. Hopefully. So if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, it'd be awesome if you did. I would greatly appreciate it. We do this show about once a week. We have some great viewers that seem to have a good time. Except when Chris is here. Now that we don't have Chris here, it's a lot more fun. Yeah, it's actually super weird on this end, not having Chris here to talk to. But we will get through it. Oh, I just remembered that now that my whole family's back, we can watch the rest of the Jurassic Park movies. We've been working our way through those. First we did Star Wars. Now we're working on Jurassic Park. I believe they want to do Pirates of the Caribbean again. It's not bad. Zach, did you restart your router? Oh, Ryan's gonna troubleshoot you right now, Zach. Zach, I turned it on and off again. Another good show. Hey, Ray Dillon's here. Holy cow. Hey, Ray Dillon. If there's any colors or anything else that people want to add to this thing, let me know now. I'm working my way down. We're doing some inking. Is Jurassic Park coming to the Mesquamaket Drive-In, Ryan, or the Cape Cod Drive-In? I do know our Mesquamaket Drive-In gets a lot of movies, which is pretty cool. I have not gone this year. Haven't felt like it because I'm lazy. But I might. They've had Back to the Future lately. Ah, it's working now. Good job, Zach. Yeah, Ray, thanks for showing up, man. That's pretty cool. It's good seeing your name here. I will look that up. I will look up and see if we're going to do that this year or not. Although we did just watch the first, second, and third Jurassic Park, we are working our way up to the Jurassic World now. So I'm very tempted to do an Indiegogo for my new book, but I don't know if I have the locations. Or if I just want to print it and sell it at shows and possibly online. In any event, it's pretty much done. I just have to clean up a few things and send it out to print. The Back to the Future movies were... They are kind of weird. 2 and 3. I actually like 3 quite a bit. But those did play at our drive-in recently, and they actually had one of Biff's friends, the actors, show up, which I think is pretty funny. And they had a copy of the DeLorean, which I always enjoy seeing a copy of that DeLorean. There's quite a few of them out there. See how this is looking. I'm just going along here, checking things out. Yeah, it's not bad. Hello, TGH, whoever that may be. Zach, why are you ugging? Your PS4 doesn't like streaming Jason May Draw Clubhouse? Let's see here. This part's getting a little tricky. So yeah, we had quite the storms up here. I think Connecticut got it worse than us. That's why Chris does not have power and why he's not here this week. I worked at a beach yesterday and today, and wow, last night the waves were insane. Nobody needed to be saved, which was good. People stayed out of the water for the most part, but it was pretty intense. I had to go in the water a little bit to take care of a few things. It's kind of fun, but also a bit frightening. I spend a lot of time in the ocean anyway, so I'm pretty used to just about anything. Alright. Any colors requests before I start doing this on my own? Everybody keeps losing the stream? That's upsetting. Students from servers on the East Coast? Possibly. But the storm should be gone now. So really, I guess it would just be After Effects. Chris's big head is covering up the chats again. I'm gonna lift him up a little bit more. Hi, Chris's head. That's to remind me that we should be here. All right. Edit. Can I copy merge? Merged. I'm gonna make life a little bit easier for myself, flatting wise. This, let's see. Yes. To just second work. Yes, it is. Oh no. Photoshop's doing that thing. Let's see. Select inverts. Let's get this guy. Just basic color here. Ryan would have gone in the ocean. It was pretty insane. I wish I still had the video. One of my coworkers took a video of me going in. I had to pull a buoy out of the water. And I was not expecting it to be as powerful as it was. Oh, come on, Photoshop. And the wind and the sand. Wind and sand are not good friends. Or they are, but then they hit you and it hurts pretty good. Alright, I did not get any color suggestions, so I am just going to start laying some colors down for my flats. Those of you who hang out here a lot know what flats are. George. Hello, George. That's good. Lime green body. Okay. We're gonna lime it up. Is that limey, Zach? Is that limey enough for you? It's getting kind of jokery here. Lime green body. Don't see anything else. Do some eyes. So, those of you who are new, flatting. Flatting is laying out the flat colors of something. I am not doing a very tidy job right now because I'm moving along swiftly. But I do have a flatting video for those of you who want to make comics and want to learn how to flat stuff. It's the sort of basic method of doing so, and then another video about how to shade that afterwards. Cell shading, which is the basic type of color shading in comics. Anyway, they're helpful videos if you want to check them out. I also have a bunch of warm-up videos. I was doing warm-up videos for a while before I started doing the Jason May Draw Clubhouse live stream. Those are pretty fun. They're high-speed warm-up sketches if you want to check those out. Those are up on my YouTube channel as well. It would be cool if I photoshopped Chris's face onto the alien. Maybe I will do that for the thumbnail of this YouTube video. That would be amusing. Do you mean the Chris Nickel face, or do you mean the actual face of Mr. Christopher Gugliotti? Alright, let's see here. Oh! Let's not do that. Shading. So I do have shading built in here on my template. That works. The nickel face? Yep. I don't know what's inside the alien pinata, John Dahl. I guess you guys can decide that. I mean, I'm not going to draw what's coming out of it, but it's kind of fun to think about. Select inverse. Oh, one thing I realized last week at the end of the show, I did not do the sweeping octopus scene. I don't know if any of you noticed it. I was a little upset with myself, but there's no way to add it. Post-upload. This week, maybe remind me. Hopefully I'll remember to do it. And also, we have the 20th episode coming up next week. I don't have a ton of time to plan, but I'd like to plan something kind of neat. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. One thing I would like to do is talk about my new book, which I guess if I have time this weekend, I will get it all squared away and decide what I want to show you guys. If you go back to, I don't know if it's episode 1 or even before episode 1 of Jason May Draw, I do show some of the concept work for it, and I do some coloring on some of the characters from it. You guys can go check it out and get a bit of a sneak preview. Chris Nichols are inside. I love it. Loaded. 20 in 2020. Next week. Disaster seems to be 2020's general theme. Okay. Well, look at this disaster tonight. It's just me. No Chris. You guys handling this without Chris? Is it, you know? Is it alright with just me? I don't know. Can I carry a show? I keep looking over there thinking he's there, but it's just the Chris Nichols staring back at me with its derpy eyes. Who else is drawing on here? Bree, you drawing something cool? John, let me know. She drew bats last week, I think, right? Was it last week? These weeks are just running together for me. I do like the bat drawing she did. If anyone else is drawing along, whether it's a hat theme or a piñata, you can hashtag it on Instagram or anywhere else with hashtag IJasonMadeDrew. See what I did there? I don't think there's a lot of submissions in that yet, so if you want to get on it before everyone else does, because it'll go viral eventually, I promise. Definitely. You guys should do it now. I know John Dahl's on the IJasonMadeDrew hashtag wagon. Learned that. She's drawing a girl in a winterscape wearing a fuzzy hat. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. That sounds wonderful. And you know what? I know it's not a popular opinion, but I can't wait for winter. Kind of. I want some snow. Last winter we got like no snow up here. It was awful. I had a season pass to Yagu, which is a Rhode Island ski and snowboard hill. Notice I did not say mountain. But anyway, I loved going there. It's a blast. It's nice to have something that close. They do a pretty good job of keeping up, since we don't get a lot of snow here in Rhode Island. I don't know if Yagu's going to be running this weekend. Oh, John Dahl just did a donation. Did it fall out of the thing? I hope it fell out. Did it? Did it fall out? Thank you, John. I appreciate that. That's awesome. We always appreciate the donations. I was thinking about, and I'd have to look into this and do a whole bunch more stuff about starting a Patreon. I may have mentioned that in other shows. I don't know. Just to make things easier for people. And then do some fun extra stuff for the Patreon people, because they deserve it. Then at least you guys would get some sneak peeks and interesting things here. Everybody happy with the purple? I feel like purple and green go well. So yeah, as far as Yagu being open this winter, Ryan, I don't think anybody knows if they're going to be open this winter or not. Really, anything can happen at this point. I've been thinking about getting a split board. For those of you who don't know what a split board is, it's a snowboard that splits in half and turns to skis. So you can hike up a mountain with skis. Why is this looking weird? Oh, that's why. You can hike up a mountain with the skis, put them together as a snowboard, and slide down the mountain on a snowboard, which is made out of skis. If that makes sense. Is that the color that I chose? Oh, set to multiply. I had my caps lock on, which was making my little brush thing turn into a little X. See that? I like to see how big my brush is. That's actually the max size of my brush. I think maybe Chris and I should do a Jason May Draw Clubhouse night where we both draw with pencils and actual ink. Or we want to get really crazy and you guys can like watch us mess up really good. We could do some watercolor or something to that effect. However, we would have to have more cameras. I know that I have 2 cameras. I actually just got a web camera and I was going to use it tonight, but I could not get it working with our streaming software. That turned out better than I thought it would. think I might add a little gradient to his little body here. Just for fun. A little ombre. Is that what they call it? Ombre? Oh, I like that. What do you guys think? Yeah. Might even do it to the sombrero smidge. I feel like as... seems like everything that I do here on this show ends up with some kind of pink in it. Let's see here. Ooh, it's not bad. Make it brighter. Yeah. So I try to hide your comment, John Doll. I want to whack him with the stick. But I let it through. I clicked allow. Sounds like a way to ruin a perfectly good pair of skis. I had a feeling you would say something like that, Ryan. Oh, thank you, Ray. Appreciate that. So here's our little dude tonight. This is our alien with a sombrero. That we got from the theme hats. Not bad, right? And it's pretty awesome to see all these people that showed up tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, how did I miss Jorg's rainbow hat? I might need to do a rainbow version. Should I try to do that right now? Let's see if I can do that right now. Because that sounds awesome. Rainbows are cool. Volume screen. We'll pop that out for now. Don't need an extra layer. I don't know why I did that. Love it. You guys can't hear it, but Photoshop is beeping at me like crazy. Alright. See what happens. We got Roy G. Bibb, right? Red, orange, yellow. Hopefully I'm spacing these out pretty good. So you got Roy, G, which is green, and let's actually pop this out a little bit. Green, let's not use the exact same green, we'll kick it down a little bit. Blue, indigo, and violet. Blue. Try to keep a little bit of the form there. Indigo is like a blue-green, not blue-green, blue-purple. Blue-violet, I guess you'd call it. If you knew about color theory, which you... We'll just kick that down a tiny bit. Oh yeah, I dig that. Alright, that works. I'd probably play with this a little bit. But I'm not going to go crazy. I try not to go too crazy so that I don't end up with a super long episode. But I do want to fix this a little bit. I want to talk like Bob Ross for a little bit longer. Alright, our happy little alien. It's a happy little sombrero. Nice. Get rid of some of these tangents too. Tangents are where two areas intersect in a drawing that might kind of throw your eye off a little bit. Two things intersect. Yeah. Bree, thank you for liking the rainbow hat. You can thank Jorg for that. Thank you, Jorg. Alright, we got on some nice how. No, not to fill in the previous color. Well, I am using the lasso tool. So let's say we have yellow here, and I take the lasso tool. I grab my paint bucket, pick a color. We'll do this color so it's different. Boom, drop that in. We'll deselect it, and you can see that it just filled in this area and saw this as a barrier, this as a barrier, and if we get rid of the inks, it saw this white as a barrier. So that's how that ends up like that. You can see over here I did not do a good job flatting here. I used the wrong kind of brush. It has anti-aliasing on it, which if you watch my How to Flat Comics videos, I explain it a little bit better. I also feel like I want to make my inks a color. I have a love-hate relationship with that right now. I think that works for the body, but not the hat. At least in my opinion, which is subjective. So we'll just do it a little green. Just because it'll kick it back a little bit, and I like that. I've said kick it back too much. You'll watch that video? I like to hear that. Bree has to use colored pencils and markers. They do work very different than the lasso tool in Photoshop. So, I think that pretty much brings us to the end. Let's get the shading back up on this bad boy. Oh my gosh, did I delete the shading? No, I did not. There it is, thank goodness. Sketching, that's what it looked like before. Yeah, I kind of like that. That might need to be a shirt. Speaking of shirts, make sure you check out my threadless shop. Chris has a threadless shop as well. I think they're both linked in the description. If they're not, I will work on that. Mine definitely is. I don't know if Chris's is because Chris's is new. So, yeah, I think we're good. I'm just staring at this alien right now. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. I think a rainbow sombreroed pinata alien would actually make a good shirt, so I'll try to get that up on Threadless this week. I did finally upload a few things to my Instagram if you want to check that out, at JasonMayArt. Remember to tag hashtag iJasonMayDrew if you drew something and you post it on any sort of social media, Twitter, Instagram. I believe it works on Facebook too. I don't have TikTok, but you can do it anyway. I think that's about it. So, with that being said, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys tonight. I'm glad I actually got on here. I was thinking about canceling the show, but I can't cancel the show when I know that people are watching, right? Chris and I do have to make some backups, though. If he and I both didn't have power tonight, there would have been no show, because there's nothing I could do about that. But if I have a backup, I'll be able to upload it, and you guys could do like a premiere party thing where it plays through and you guys can chat while me and Chris do something weird. Anyway, I should bank some of those up. Thank you again. Hello, Jeff Boy. Thank you for coming. We are now closing down, winding down. Thank you again for taking your time and drawing with me. And, well, not Chris tonight, but usually Chris. Good night, Joe. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good night to all of you, and have a great night. Bye.